The market trades sideways again as it prepares for its next big move. Which way will it be? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market tried once again to break down and failed as the bulls held support and pushed back higher into the close, closing basically flat and giving us another sideways day as we stay in range. Now the question is, when the market makes the next big move, which way will it be? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the Nasdaq. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the charts, as always, we'll do an update on the indicator. We're making them quicker these days because you should be getting the gist by now that it's absolutely crushing. It did so again yesterday. Let's jump in and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the SPY 5-minute chart. That is what we use for our day trading indicator. It is a SPY built indicator, so it's only been tested and used on the SPY, although members of my room say that it works well on other charts. So that's up to you to try, but it definitely works on the SPY. Again, as you can see, yesterday we had a couple of signals. One early on was a sell signal, and it was so close to being a winner. They got down here and just about got to our threshold. They did not. Unfortunately, we had to stop out on the bounce. So that one was a loser to start the day. Then you got a quick buy loser right here, but they came back with the next buy right here at the base of this explosion higher, 581, 582 area. They took it all the way up to 584.50. So another $2.50 winner. They immediately flipped it over to the sell. The indicator flipped it to a sell right there. And you got the top, the exact top of the day. And you sold down from there, the 585, 450 area all the way down to 582.80. So another $1.70 to the downside immediately after this big winner. So another killer day for the indicator. It did have a winning buy into the close. I don't trade at the end of the day, so not a trade that would have happened in my group, but you can trade any trade you want on here. You can see that it puts out incredible signals. There's not a lot of noise. There's not a lot of chop. You had all of this chop in here that didn't produce a signal. Single signal, say that 5 times fast, and you'll see other indicators flip-flop back and forth. Ours waits. It's a forward-looking indicator. It understands when the breakout is. Sure, it was a little early here, but right after that, it was right on the nose on the bottom, right on the nose on the top, and killed today. Guys, I really want you to be a part of this. It's super simple. It takes emotion out. You see the buy signal, you buy. You see the sell signal, you sell. It's super easy to do. It's taking all of the brain work and all of the emotion out of trading. If you want to get it, there's a link down in the description. You can click that link. It'll take you right over to the website. It'll actually take you right to this page here. But if you come to the website directly under membership plans, you'll see TradingView Indicator and Courses. Right here, you can get it for $59 a month. Do you think it's worth it with that $2.50 move and $170 move today? That would have easily paid for your entire year of this indicator, maybe 7, 10 years, depending on how many contracts you play personally. But this indicator is crushing, and I want you to be a part of it. $59 a month, and here's what I'm going to do just to make it worth it. I know I don't have a trial on this. I put a trial on most things, but I have 10 months of data that this works. It absolutely kills. So if you get it and you don't like it, or it's not for you, or it's not what you thought, within 30 days, shoot me an email and say, hey, it wasn't for me. I want my money back, and I will refund your money. Somebody yesterday said, hey, day trading's not for me. They had never day traded before. They had the indicator for 4 or 5 days. They just don't want to be a day trader. I refunded their money and took back their access from the indicator. So I have no problem giving you a refund if you don't like it. You have nothing to lose checking it out. 30-day money back guarantee, guys. I really want you to be a part of this. All right, now let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500 in my midday call today where I answer all the questions everybody has. I just drew a box right around this section and said, here we are. This is it. We are stuck in this range until we aren't. And as long as we are above 58.50, the bulls are in full control of this market with a direct breakout being the primary path. Now, if they are able to break down, then we can start talking about some secondary bullish options, and even if a bearish option if the bears get really frisky, but I don't see that happening just yet. So as of right now, we're still chopping just below the pivot, 590 or 5,900 to 5,942. Very common to see consolidation right under that and then a blow through. As of right now, as long as we are above 58.50, pressure is on the bullish side, and we would look for continuation in this wave 3 of 3 to the 6,009 to 6,076 area. Once we get there, we'd look for a small pullback, then another breakout, then a small pullback, eventually heading toward the 62 to 6,300 area overall. Now, if they are able to break down below 58.50, then we can start talking about the potential for this to be a wave 1 and then a wave 2 pullback, which we'd look for that 57.85 to 58.15 area to hold. Below that 57.85 area, we start to look into this 57.24 area, and the bulls really want to hold this. It becomes a very awkward structure if it gets below this. It can finish out as a diagonal that would top a little lower than we expect. It can be a deeper wave 2. Circle 2 here. However, this is a really big wave 1, and for the C wave would be too big overall for the move. So that doesn't exactly fit. It wouldn't be something I'd be thrilled to see them pull back to here and then explode higher, although it is certainly possible. So as long as we are above support, bulls are in control. The main support for the bulls to be fully in control is still 57.24. It's down a ways. 58.50 for the most immediate bullish path. 58.15 to 57.85 for the secondary bullish path. And then if they break down below 55.60, the bulls could be in some trouble and the market could be starting to push down in a bigger way. Over on the Nasdaq, pretty similar situation in the fact that we're still in this range right here that we've been in for a couple weeks now. Market is trading sideways, getting ready for its next big move. And as long as we remain over last week's low, which is around that 20,220 area, the pressure does remain to the upside, looking at 21,000 as the next breakout before a pullback, then 21.5, then a pullback, ultimately looking at that 22,000 area. Now, if they are able to break last week's low, we'd look at a deeper wave 2 potentially, where the peak here would be wave 1. We get a wave 2 pullback that would need to hold the 20,000 area. From there, we'd look for the next push higher, and that would have a higher target of about 23,000 because of the structure that we would have here. It wouldn't be the most ideal target overall, but it certainly is a possibility. So breaking last week's low, they need to hold the 20,000 area to give us a secondary or wave 2 of 3. Then we'd look for the 3 of 3 breakout that would target more in the 22,000 area and a direct move that way. Now, if they are able to break down below 20,000, we look at this 19,830 area here. This area needs to hold. This is critical support on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq has been weaker than the ES. Breaking down below that points to the 19,200 to 19,500 area and a little bit bigger of a pullback. And that can be a wave 2, although, again, not the best structure overall, not really what we want to see. We'd want to see them, ultimately, we'd want to see them hold above this wave 2 and finish out as a diagonal, or just completely collapse to the downside in a more bearish pattern, if that's what's going to happen, as a bigger wave 2 just targets a little bit higher, up to the 23.5, almost 24,000 area. So while that is possible, it certainly wouldn't be what we would have on the front burner, but we do have it on the back burner as a possibility. Now, if they do break down below the 19,000 area, that is a significant warning to the bulls, and we could see a much bigger move down on the Nasdaq after that. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the web page. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans that both come with a 7-day free trial, because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it, become part of the trading team, and make sure it's for you before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our yearly plans that you can get a little bit of a discount on. You get 1 month for free, and you still get that 7-day free trial. Now, we also have our educational material, and that is over on our indicator and courses page. We have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course and our advanced Elliott Wave course. These courses are helping traders understand these complex markets in a way that makes sense. If you don't understand why the market moves up on bad news or down on good news, these courses are for you. In the advanced course, we go through some of the more advanced concepts like your advanced fib levels, your diagonals, your double and triple threes, your flats, and your triangles, as well as how to trade Elliott Wave. It's very tricky sometimes to do that, and people don't quite understand how that works. They don't understand that if you give 2 directions, how can you trade it, because of the setups. And the setups make huge trading possibilities and give you clear stops and make it really nice to trade. So we have that section in there as well. Now, as you can see on the screen, this is helping our traders make money and understand these markets, but if it's a little too complex for you to get started, we also have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. The news cycles can be so confusing, like I said earlier, when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up, and that's because Elliott knew that the news cycles didn't matter a long time ago. He knew that the key levels did, and he knew what happened when they broke, and he knew what happened when they held. And this gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. Now this course, it is 25 videos where we go through 3 parts. Your introduction, where we go through your expectations, your mindset, the KISS method, and why it works. We go through chart setup and tools, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how we use it and why. And the Elliott Wave for Beginners course, where we go through each of the waves, how to measure them, how to understand the pivot, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, everything you need to make sense of this confusing market. Now, the cool thing about these courses is if you want to get them at a discount, you can get both of them together, $37 off in our bundle package. But if you want to get them both for free, check out our membership plans area, as the courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing in day trades. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, futures trading, his income trading method that collects every day on these sideways markets. He's killing it. And his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a very cheap price and gets you huge multiples on your money. And it's something you really need to see to understand. And that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where you put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, our key takeaways for today: as long as we're above 58.50, the bulls are in control. Say it with me. Nothing has really changed. If they break 58.50, we're looking to 58.15 to 57.85 as our next stopping point. If they break through that, 57.25 comes into view pretty quickly. Breaking out to the upside, we'd look for them to break through 59.42 on their way to 6,000, and then 6,076 overall. Over on the Nasdaq, as long as they're above last week's low, nothing has changed. We are still bullish. We are looking directly higher towards 21,000 plus, then 21.5, then 22,000 overall after a couple little pullbacks in there. If they break last week's low, we would be looking down to the 20,000 area, and below that, 19,830. Below that could be trouble for the bulls. Guys, that is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.